Hello, my name is Mark Zwinderman and I'm going to walk you through the SAS Environmental Services MIST process. This is our process for the treatment of liquid oil waste such as mud slops, oil sludge and refinery waste. So normally this waste will be stored somewhere. This will be in a tank, in a pit, in a lagoon, in a mudskip, whatever it may be. And the first thing we need to do is prepare this waste for proper treatment and make sure we get the absolute best results possible. So we use a pump because this is liquid waste that we're dealing with, and from the storage site this will go into our waste preparation module. This is a dual blend tank setup based within a 20-foot frame, and what those two blend tanks allow us to do is ensure that the waste goes into the separation stage in the best possible condition. The variability of oil waste is enormous, as you will know, and so the more we can standardize what goes into the treatment phase, the more successful we are going to be in the outcomes. Now, these blend tanks allow us to do a few things that can be very beneficial in the treatment of oil waste. First of all, if the waste is very high in solids, this will allow us to reduce the solids content in the waste by adding some amount of water, oil or another solvent. This allows us to create waste with an overall lower solids content, and that can help improve the decanter centrifuge at the separation stage. Also, there are times when we have very viscous waste, and adding a solvent can actually help reduce the viscosity, and that in its own right can help at the separation stage when we want to remove the solids from the waste. The other thing we can do at this point in time is we can add the SAS product, the chemistry that makes it such a unique company, and add that to the waste. What the chemistry will then do is start to work on the oil and the solids and create that separation in effect. Now, we can do this in line right before the separation stage, but doing it at the waste preparation module stage gives us the opportunity to perhaps blend a little bit longer. Now, this might be when the waste is particularly difficult, when there are many different chemicals present in the waste, or when we have a higher solids loading. The other thing is that sometimes by blending for a longer period of time, we can actually reduce the chemical dose rate a little bit. So it's a very good bonus step to have in front of the separation stage, and what it allows us to do by using those two blending tanks is, well, one blending tank is preparing the waste and mixing, the other blending tank can feed the decanter, and so in effect what you create is a continuous batch process. The MIST system itself, the separation stage, has a pump which will pump the waste from the relevant blending tank, and this waste will then be processed through the decanter centrifuge, which forms the core of our MIST treatment stage. This decanter is very robust. It's been proven in the field for decades. It does a fantastic job, and because our chemistry is now so thoroughly mixed into the waste, what you get is very dry solids recovered. So these solids will come out the side of the MIST unit through a discharge port, and they usually are disposed of in a skip or in a pit that is located next to the treatment system. We produce very dry solids from our process, so we don't get a wet sludge coming out the side. We actually produce really nice dry solids, and of course that minimizes the amount of waste for disposal, because all the liquid that you would normally get into this the dry solids would have to be paid for at the disposal site. So by really producing a really dry, nice powdery solid, we get a fantastic result because of our chemistry. Of course, the other part coming out of the decanter centrifuge is the liquid, the centrate. This is a mixture of the oil and the water. This is pumped out of the decanter, out of the MIST system, and this is placed into a storage tank. In the storage tank, because we have removed virtually all of the solids and because our chemistry is present, the oil and the water are simply going to phase separate under gravity. The oil is going to float to the top. You can recover this oil, you can sell it, you can reuse it, you can run a generator of it. Sometimes you might want to bring that back to that preparation stage and dilute heavier sludge that you might be treating. And at the other end, you will be recovering the water. The water can either be discharged to surface, to sewer, go to wastewater treatment plant, undergo further cleaning or filtration depending on where you are, what the regulations and your permits are. So that in a nutshell is the MIST process. It's very effective, it's very robust, it handles virtually any type of liquid oil waste, And if you want to know anything more and you have any questions, then do not hesitate to email us or give us a ring, get in touch with us. We'd love to hear from you. Thank you.